Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We usually do the stream on Thursday, but we couldn't make it this Thursday this week, so we're gonna make it on the Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure guys are liking the video. Make sure guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Everyone please watching right here, right now, please hit the like button, please subscribe. There's a lot for us to unpack today. We're going to be talking about the possibility of Arsenal winning the UEFA Champions League. We're going to be talking about Liverpool one win away from Premier League champions and, you know, more transfer related stuff as well. We were going to talk about City, but LB bottled the stream. So, yeah. Joining me first and foremost, 5-1 winner over Real Madrid. Absolute icon in the Arsenal sphere now, you know, defends his club all the time. Man, like Ashraf is in the building. Hi, Ashraf. How you doing, mate?
Hala, Hussam. Hey,
Big up.
people. How's everyone doing? Good, man. I'm good. Yeah, man. I'm just good. Honestly, I forgot there was a game tonight, to be honest. Wallahi, I forgot there was a game tonight. That just
That was
shows
good.
you
You
how
remember.
the Champions League, bro, is all that matters.
Oh, now Champions League is all that matters. Big up the Champions League. Big up.
Big up the
Speaking of Champions League, two-time Champions League winner, because he actually played on the team, because he's about 70 years old. Man, like Wolfie is in the building. Hi, Wolfie.
Can you guys hear me?
Unfortunately.
All right, cool. I can hear you, man. And I didn't even know you were live, and I'm there saying, say something, I can't hear you. Anyway, how are you, boys?
We're good. We're good. How are you?
What time did you call this?
Good.
Hello? Can you talk? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. Big up. Bring the LB on.
LB's not here, Habibi. LB bottled it.
I don't blame him, man. It was meant to start at 5, man. Even by your standards, this is late.
Oh, there you are. But he messaged me before and says he cannot make it. Anyway, big up to 400 people are in the building already. We ain't even started the stream yet. Listen, me, Ashraf, and Wolfie. This is still an elite show. Who needs 115 charges anyway? You get me. I do want to start us off though by talking about Arsenal. Big up to everyone locked in already. There's 300 people in the building, so please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. And Ashraf, talk to me, Habibi. Arsenal chances of winning the whole damn thing. Where?
We're favorites, Habibi. No, I'm not gonna do the shameless thing, bro. Even though sometimes I feel like Wolfie brings that out of me. I'm not a shameless guy.
I even
Just
said a word.
Wolfie's presence. I don't know why it brings out the shameless person in you, but look, I think all teams. Big up Wolfie though. I think all teams. I'm not gonna say have a 25% chance of winning it. I don't think that's true, to be honest. I do think Barca are slight favorites of everyone else. So I'd probably say like Barca maybe have like a 30% chance, and then you split the rest 70% on the other guys. But yeah, look, it's exciting to be where we are. Most people didn't have us in the semi-finals, me included. I'm not gonna lie. PSG is a difficult game. I think if we make it past PSG, I still wouldn't put us as favorites, as I said, because I don't think Inter Milan will make it from the other side. If Inter Milan make it from the other side, I think it's a 50-50 game, and I would hopefully fancy our chances there and their playing style against our playing style. If Barca make it, I would be slightly more worried. Again, I think we can beat Barca because these last few games have given me some hope. They've been conceding. They've been having opened up chances. But I wouldn't say we're favorites against them, though. But against PSG, I think it's a 50-50 against PSG. I had us as favorites against PSG after we won 3-0 against Madrid. I had us as favorites against PSG.
I don't know what you're
Thomas
talking
Partey.
about, bro. You're going. He had 50, 40, 70, man. It's just like
I'm explaining because for me,
Ashraf, you're very shameless. I've realized this. I'll be honest with you. When we first spoke, you're very objective, but you work with Saad, Wolfie, Hussam, Mo now, and we have corrupted you. Like you have completely become a shameless human being now. Can you stop this? Because this whole no one predicted. You didn't predict you to be here.
I said that. I said
You
me
yourself
included.
didn't predict this. So now what?
Sam, I think you didn't hear me. You probably were on the phone. I literally said no one predicted us to be here, me included. I said that. So I'm not shameless. Take that back. But
Little bit shameless.
So what are you
No,
trying to say? Like it
I
feels
was
like
trying
I'm
to say-
sitting in a maths exam
I was trying to
right
say
now,
for
man.
me, Thomas Partey missing is a big factor. Like I generally after the 3-0 battering of Real Madrid, when it was khalas, it was obvious that Arsenal and PSG were going to be in the semi-finals. I was asked this question either on this show or on most show, and I said I think we have like we are favorites over PSG, but like a slight margin. The moment Thomas Partey got that stupid yellow card, which I saw the clip again today because they never showed the clip in the game, by the way. He ended up pushing Ceballos for no reason and getting a stupid yellow card, and he's missing the first leg. I think that kind of balances things out because I do think Thomas Partey is that influential. But yeah, inshallah, we should have a decent chance, man.
So now in the next game, is it at the Park or the Emirates?
No, it's at the first game is at the Emirates. Second game is at the Parc des Princes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So the
exactly.
first
That
game
makes
has
it
no
harder.
Thomas Partey.
Yeah,
You have to win it at home, otherwise you're out. Basically,
100%. I wouldn't say we're out, even if we draw. I
What
wouldn't say we're out,
goal
but
margin what goal margin do you need to find some form of
I think-
comfortability for yourself?
I think 2-goal margin. I definitely say we go through. I think 1-goal margin, it becomes very tricky. Like I
But
think
okay, if you draw, let's say very plausible scenario, 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, then what?
yeah, then we have to defend really well in the second leg. I would probably put PSG as favorites in that case, but not favorites like 80-20. I'd probably say like 60-40 PSG.
What percent
If-
would you give them?
Oh, now everyone has a 25% chance. I don't think the teams are separated by much, to be honest with you. The one team that I was willing to give a massive separation to was Real Madrid. Like, that's the one club, like, I just think in this competition are satanic. Who knew that Arsenal were going to be the angels that knocked them out? I don't know. They just turned out to be the angelic
Now
club.
Angels, are
But-
they? Okay.
Bro, you have watched Real Madrid for the last 5-6 fucking years, Wolfie. You cannot tell me you watch them and you go like, wow, this is actually an unbelievable team. Habibi, in the Champions League final, their fucking goalkeeper was man of the match. Yani, we've peppered
All
Madrid,
right, you're
but
going
Courtois
straight up
turned
bean
into
tower,
different
man, and
animals.
these
As things stand, even you want to know what it is? Even if I separate, it's gonna be like 30% Inter, 25% Barcelona, 20% Arsenal, 15% PSG. So everyone's just separated by like 5%. I'm never
No,
gonna.
I'm talking about this
Yeah.
Arsenal PSG one because you asked Ashraf. You said
No,
if it's a
Arsenal are
draw-
favorites. I fully believe Arsenal are going. to
Yeah, but
Champions
if they
League.
draw at the Emirates, what percentage do you give them to win the second leg?
They can win in Paris. That's not what the Parc
We
des
can
Princes
win in
is
Paris,
only
yeah.
a cauldron now.
No, I'm just saying. You
Yeah,
asked
why
me
are
the
you saying
question, I was
Arsenal have
giving you a response.
0% chance? You're an Arsenal fan.
He's being sarcastic. I was with him.
Your sarcasm is so shit, just like the Turkish dramas, bro. Allow it. Allow the sarcasm. This is why Brahim Diaz is clear of Arda Güler.
Yo, did you know
Oh, that's
Arsenal-
a touchy subject, bro. He doesn't like it.
Yeah,
he
that's why
doesn't like
Brahim
that
Diaz is
subject.
clear. Brahim
Yo,
Diaz
did
is
you know
clear
Arsenal
of
are playing tonight? Did you know that?
Yeah,
I
know.
was telling Hussam like at the start. I mean, I knew the game was tonight, but I forgot.
You know,
about
I'm
it for a little
supporting
while.
Arsenal. That would make me even more shocked.
Why?
Well, you are a secret gooner.
Are you
whatever.
mad? You think I want to win the league just by you losing to Palace? Fuck that. I want to win the league on Angels.
Ah, okay.
This
okay,
Sunday we
yeah,
play
yeah, yeah.
Spurs, bro. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to dunk on Ainge. I've been trying to dunk on Ainge since the robbery. Like, I've been trying to dunk on him, and we've dunked on him multiple times. I want to dunk on Spurs, bro. I ain't trying to. Well, what
You know the
so
most
you want me
Spurs thing
sit
to
there and
do
go
would
like,
be
we're
to
league
win.
champions just because Palace beat Arsenal. I ain't trying to see that. I want us to dunk on Ainge Postecoglou head top this Sunday. It's who we are, mate. Hi,
who we are, mate.
live.
I can
Oh,
see
and
Spurs
Liverpool-
winning. I could see
This
it'd be the most
this
Spurs thing
Hayawan
to
a
do.
month ago. One second. It's very important. This Hayawan a month ago at the press conference. If Liverpool have a decision go against them, there is a worldwide investigation.
Facts.
But after the robbery, he was the same guy that said, mistakes happen, mate. It's okay. We have to accept refereeing decisions. But why don't you keep the same energy, Hayawan?
But
All
what did he
managers do
say
that
there?
crap.
That's
Every
wrong?
manager in the world is a hypocrite, to be honest.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
What did he
hypocrite.
say there that was wrong? There was a massive inquest, was there not, after that one?
You want to know why there was a massive inquest? Because it was a massive robbery. Have you ever thought of that crazy scenario?
No, but have you ever thought what you just said about Ange? He was actually correct then.
You're such a fraud.
I'm not a fraud, man. You're the one pulling him up as if he said this statement that's so untrue, right? That there isn't an inquest whenever a decision goes against Liverpool.
There
They have
isn't
to
an
hear
inquest.
about it for a
Say the
week.
same about Arsenal then.
Yes, same about Arsenal. Yes.
Oh, so you're just doing the shameless thing. Okay.
How am I
So
doing the
خلاص.
shameless thing?
So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys, in chat, that Liverpool and Arsenal are just astronomically bigger than Spurs. And Spurs don't have the media backing or the fan backing or the global presence.
This
that
has
any
got
of these
nothing
big
to
clubs
do
have.
with size.
Two clubs have.
This is to do with your statement.
You want to know
This is
why?
to do your
Because when
statement.
you make a wrong decision against Liverpool or Arsenal, it's a bigger deal than when you make it against Spurs. This is just the reality of life because there's a hierarchy. Liverpool and Arsenal are both massively bigger than Spurs. So it's a much more global problem if you make a refereeing mistake. I get it now?
Bro, so why are you complaining about what he said? That's the bit I don't get. Because you're just agreeing with him. Get off your phone, man, or I hope it's your phone you're looking at.
Yeah, Habibi, I'm trying to message another city rep. I've messaged Vater, I've messaged fucking Patrick. I am not messaging my fucking non-existent girlfriend, yani. I'm talking, hi Patrick, are you free? Hi Vater, are you free? I'm trying to find a fucking city fan, yeah. Anyway.
We'll wait.
Bro, خلاص, then that's it. That's 6 people. Yeah, get Hamza. Hamza's super shameless, bro.
Oh yeah,
I know, man. You got like, did you see yesterday? Their stadium was empty, man. Like this empty had thing, man. It's getting embarrassing now. Were they doing any protest or anything? I don't know. Because they did one against Leicester, but
No, there was a reason. I forgot why.
Leicester, they didn't come in until the 9th minute. I can't remember why. There was a reason for it. So it was empty. But again,
there's always a reason with that fan base.
Yeah, but yesterday I haven't heard of any protest or anything, man. I think now there's no title for them and stuff. They were just left with the actual Man City fans, which about 10 of them. And there was just seats. You could just see seats everywhere in the stadium, man. It was pretty embarrassing. I don't know what's happened to them. Well, I know what's happened to them. They don't have a big fan base.
Nobbins, good idea. Let me message. Here, I'm messaging.
To be honest, Wolfie, I'm not gonna lie to you, Habibi, but you know they have a bigger fan base than you, right?
Are you joking?
You can call them glory.
All right, Ashraf. Who are we playing in the semi-finals this weekend?
Man City.
Okay.
No,
whose ticket allocation
City, yeah.
did we just take up because they couldn't sell out theirs?
Habibi, when I say a bigger fan base, I mean global. You know what I meant.
Well, I ain't
Why
gonna
you
count Arabs and stuff as fans.
You're an Arab. What do you mean?
Ashraf is an Arab. I'm an Arab. You're an Arab. What's this stupid on goal? You bum.
Such weird.
Yeah, you people like you, yeah, the pure
The
ones
guys,
born
the
there,
guys,
right?
the guys.
Your football knowledge
Habibi,
ain't there, man.
Wolfie, the guys Hussam just named, none of them are Arabs. Patrick, Hamza, Nobbins. What's the other guy's name?
I'm specifically talking about the Arabs.
Vader.
Man. Come on, you guys. All you grew up on was Rooney,
to be honest, I actually
Ronaldo,
don't
and
know a
that's it,
single
man.
Arab Man City fan. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Huh?
And I live here in UAE.
Ashraf, where did you grow up?
UAE. I grew up. I was not born
Tell
here.
us more about ART and Showtime and Abu Dhabi Sports and how many times it changed.
You don't grow up listening to Nawal al-Zughbi and what's his face, man?
Yeah, Habibi, what does music have to do with?
Exactly,
Okay,
it's got
man, you
nothing
grew
to do
up
with
listening
football,
to
man.
Michael Jackson. So what?
It's got nothing to do.
What does
with
that
it.
have to do with fucking football?
Man, because all you'd get to see is a World Cup, a Euros, maybe.
Yeah, that's how all foreign fans around the world first start introduced to football with a global
Exactly, man.
competition.
So your knowledge has come from Wikipedia, man. That's what we're saying.
You're embarrassing us. First ever competition I ever watched was 2002 World Cup. I liked Michael Owen. I followed Michael Owen to Liverpool Football Club. I started supporting Liverpool. He broke my heart, Tahayawan, and went to Real Madrid. Never forgive him. And then he played for Man United, biggest scumbag. So,
Newcastle.
Yes, what else? He was close to signing for Hull.
Stoke
as well.
City.
You wanna
Played
keep
for
going?
Stoke City
He
as
signed
well.
for Stoke
Played for
City.
Stoke
Yeah,
City.
he played for
Yeah.
Stoke. What are we doing? Career paths now?
You were the one who brought him up, bro. No one said Michael
That was a
Owen
good
except you.
Fraud. So people support clubs like that worldwide, bro. Embarrassment to Libya and Gaddafi. Yeah, hold that. Hold that.
Man, fuck
Embarrassing
Gaddafi,
Libya.
man. He killed my cousin.
There you are. Like, can you not talk about politics? You have made us go down a road that is so
I did
dark.
not bring politics in it, man. I brought heritage into it, man.
يا أخي, what do you mean you
Habibi.
don't count Arabs? كيفك حبيبي? I've supported
Yeah.
Liverpool for 20
What do you mean
years.
you don't bring politics? You said these are Arabs. That itself is politics.
Man said I don't count Arabs. Like, who the fuck made you the counter, bro?
Anyway.
These global fans are what makes these clubs big, by the way. You guys
Yeah, but not the
He's gonna
Arab
stream
ones.
with 2 fucking Arabs saying I don't count Arabs.
Habibi, wallah,
And
even
he's
the Arab
fucking
ones, you
Arab
know.
as well.
Huh?
He's Arab as well.
Don't
act like you're not. Don't act like because you got a British passport, a Scottish passport, you're not part of us.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not part of these guys anymore. I upgraded. I'm with the British people now. Don't give me that crap. Don't give me that crap. Habibi, you're still with us. You still say barking in your original roots. You still say barking and shut your mouth. Don't give me that crap. The guy's
In
trying to
Ramadan,
act
what were
like...
you eating for iftar? Bakbka, or were you eating beans and toast? What were you eating, huh?
Exactly.
Aywan, you
Tell us.
don't know Libyan cuisine.
You
This
know
guy
what
wants
the
to
best
act
one
like he
is,
Were you
forgot
man?
about
eating
us, bro.
crispy or were you eating fish and chips? Don't lie.
Fine. You know what the best one is? My dad, who's a doctor, yeah. When he says thumb, he pronounces the B still as a thumb. That's my favorite one, man. Thumb. Anyway.
Okay, Can we talk about Arsenal now?
I don't know why. I don't get why you guys got so triggered.
You Islamophobe.
I'm just Arabophobe.
He hates his own.
Have you triggered by what? I don't understand. Are people saying we don't have a chance against PSG? Wolfie, are you saying we don't have a chance against PSG?
No, I'm saying I got bored when he started talking all these percentages and maybe this and maybe that and maybe the other.
Okay, I will keep it simple.
Zeer, since we're talking about
Arsenal.
Champions League, if you want, I'll send you the link. Come hop on. بس اسمع ما تقعد 4 ساعات ترى ما معيش وقت خلصني يعني نط هسه على الستريم يلا.
يا معلش وقت عشان هو مش نحن.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
Arab. So you can be more upset. This is an Arab Bayern fan.
Man بدأ نص ساعة بعد الوقت man. And then so don't go on Zeer and give him all that stuff man. It's your fault.
Can you say 3 sentences in Arabic without saying an English word? Prove you're a real Arab right now.
No, I'm not a real Arab. I'm not real
يلا
Arab.
احكي عربي. احكي على تحداك. 3 جمل ورا بعض بدون ما تحكي كلمة إنجليزي اتحداك.
Nope.
Yeah, there you go then. See?
No, I did not understand
Ashraf,
what you asked me. I didn't understand what you asked me to do, man. You wanted 3 sentences and something or other.
شايف كيف الحيوان سحب علينا من ليبيا المشكلة. من ليبيا تلاقيه من بنغازي ولا من طرابلس وعامل لي فيها انه اجنبي.
Don't bring me Travelers into this crap, man. Don't bring me Travelers into that, man.
اخذ الجواز وشاف حاله علينا خلاص.
خلاص انه انا معي جواز بريطاني. يا عمي حل عنا يا اخي جاي تضحك علينا.
Yo, you're just jealous.
Yeah, I'm Scottish.
You're just jealous. Like, you want that blue one, Ashraf. You want the blue one. That's what you're saying. Man.
No, happy. I'm happy with my green. Is it green? My green one. I'm happy with my green one. It's okay. Oh no. Bro, wants me to want the blue one, where their national animal is a freaking fairy animal, a unicorn. Pick up Scotland, though I love Scotland.
I was born in Scotland, so hold that. Hold that, man.
Yeah, no, I know. I was making fun of Scotland, and then I said I love Scotland.
Yeah, stop being racist towards my people.
Zeer, I sent you the link. Fucking Erin Brew merchant trying to chat shit. Anyway, back to the topic. So let's.
I'll simplify it for Wolfie because Wolfie, I guess maybe speaking in complicated language confused them. So I'll simplify it. Wolfie, I think maybe Arsenal go through, maybe PSG go through. I think Arsenal close, PSG close. Maybe now no Thomas Partey, problem Arsenal, good for PSG. Now Thomas Partey come back second leg, good for Arsenal, problem for PSG. So very close.
Why are you talking in an Asian accent, man?
No, because you are a bum, Wolfie. Your question is, what if PSG beat Arsenal at the Emirates? Do they have a chance?
That was your question.
That was not
what.
No, you said draw.
So shameless,
you said draw,
man.
You said draw, Wolfie. You said draw.
Ashraf, go wallahi, he didn't ask you. He didn't say to you, what goal margin would you need?
Correct.
Yeah, and then he went, okay, what if it was a draw?
Yeah,
he asked what goal margin was comfortable, meaning like how many goals should I win by and be comfortable.
So did I bring that up, or did he? All I said to him was the same question. Okay, what if it was a draw? I said to him, khalas, he still didn't answer it. He still didn't.
I did answer it.
I
did.
Him.
Okay, I will re-ask my question, and everyone in the chat answer it. First of all, like the video. Second of all, subscribe. Third of all, Zeer, وديت لك اللينك خلصني. Fourth of all, chat, you answer the question as well. There is 100. Is there any problem with me telling Ashraf what goal margin would make you comfortable because his first leg is at home? It's such a
I agree with that
question.
question.
We have
I agree
another
with that.
Arab
It
as
makes
well.
sense.
Hold that, Wolfie. I'm gonna put you bottom row.
والله اهلا
Put you
وسهلا.
bottom row. Hold that. You don't deserve to be next to the
doing
real
him like
Arab.
this. Doing him like this. To
Good.
be fair, يستاهل صراحة. Wolfie, I was defending you, man. I was actually defending you being
Thank
shameless. But to this extent, man, to this extent, يا أخي حرام عليك يا أخي حرام. يعني you should know better than anyone. All us Arabs should know better than anyone, yeah? That like without global fans, there is no big club in anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just said the knowledge of the Arab when it comes to the Premier League.
Cancel.
Just
You can't cancel someone who's talking about his own kind. You can't cancel someone who's talking about his own kind.
LB would hate this stream. LB would hate
LB would be
this.
so uncomfortable right now.
Arab? Did you just call me camel riding Arab? Did you just say that?
Yes, I did.
You don't understand the value of camel.
Oh, I do, man. He keeps telling me how badly he wants one. Yeah.
Stream is going mad, guys.
I've been trying to explain to the chat for the last 3 years. People
Oh,
think camel
fucking hell.
trading
Here we go with the
guys,
10,000
I'm
again, man.
Camel traders are millionaires, chat. They're millionaires.
Yeah, exactly. مو بس كذا. I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I'm telling you this as like somebody that eats like hashi commonly. Hashi is camel meat, by the way. It tastes like the greatest thing you'll ever have. Like you don't understand until you try it. Wallah al-azim.
Exactly.
Like you know that
Guys,
you know how
over
valuable it
here,
is? You'll see people packed up in lines just to try to get one.
Guys,
And
forget
guess what? They
camel
get
meat.
sold
Even over here, even camel milk sells like crazy. Have you guys tried camel milk?
There's a company called Noog. That one gets sold out quick as well.
Yeah.
You wanna know
so
how
good.
fake Wolfie is? He's probably lactose intolerant. No real
I'm
Arab
not
is
lactose intolerant, man.
Yeah, no. By the way, if
no Arab is ever
has
lactose
anyone tried
What the
camel
hell?
milk and they're saying that's disgusting? Wallahi, camel milk is not disgusting.
No,
No,
swear,
by the way, I still need to try
Ashraf,
the
Zeer and Wolfie, guys. Let's bring this back. Everyone in the chat, please hit the like button, subscribe. Mods.
Where
keep
is
pushing
Zeer?
the
Where?
like button. يا زلمة دقيقة اسكت
Eh,
Guys, I'm gonna go pray Maghrib and come back. Can we please talk about Arsenal?
Qabbalallah.
I mean, can we please talk about Arsenal?
Guys, I wanna like genuinely, what do you guys give us this chance against PSG?
I'm not
But
gonna
I'm
lie.
going to be honest with you. I don't really care. I'm
I'm asking for a football opinion, Wolfie.
I just
No,
don't
I'm
believe
gonna-
in the whole thing.
I'm gonna say this because this is my first time on this show. Because I'm not even a Premier League fan. I'm a Bayern München fan. When we're out, you know what I mean? It's sad. I know it's sad. I couldn't be Judge Mo. I'm sorry, guys. I warned everybody. But listen, listen. I actually think Arsenal have a better chance than I expected. Because I actually think the way that you guys play in Europe, I actually think could play into PSG's hands low key. However, I also do have to say, if you aren't careful, PSG can catch out of nowhere as well. So it could go either way, your tie. I actually think the game that I'm more convinced with is the Inter Barcelona game. I actually think Inter can do Barca.
I don't know. I'm not that confident, but like on Arsenal, I'll tell you guys this. Genuinely, what gives me some sort of hope or confidence is that if I ask you guys what is their biggest threat, most people will say like the wingers, right? Like Dembele and Kvaratskhelia are absolute ballers and all that stuff, and obviously they're very tricky. The reality is our fullbacks, specifically Timber and Skelly, have actually done really well against wingers that love to dribble, right? Every single time they've come up against tricky wingers, and I'm not just talking about the Madrid game, like just generally throughout the season, when they've come up against these kind of wingers, they've actually done really well. The fact that these guys lack a focal point as a striker, like someone, I'm not even saying someone of Isak's quality, but someone of the profile of Isak, who's okay to stay in the box, who's okay to, occupy the defenders, who's okay to try and get in. Haaland as well, when he played against us, obviously home and away, and he scored against us home and away this season. I think those I think those kind of strikers could trouble our centre backs more. But if they have a front three of Desiree Doué, Dembele and Kvaratskhelia, or even Barcola, because they rotate between the guys, none of them is a pure striker. And I think that for me is a good thing, because that is similar to what we played against Real Madrid. If they're relying on their wingers, I think our fullbacks can shut them down. I read this stat where it said, I don't think no player that played 15 plus games had less people dribble against him than Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly, because everyone talks about this guy's so good on the ball, he's so good going forward, but defensively they don't talk about him defensively. Defensively, he's so damn soft. He's not over. Okay, let's stop. Stop. He's not overrated.
No, I said overhated. Hated.
Overhated. Oh, I thought you said overrated. Okay, because I do think.
Wallah, I meant overhated.
Yeah, he is. I don't know why he's overhated. It's because he did this the Haaland celebration. I like that. I think that shows personality and character. But anyways, the fact is he actually is quite decent in one-on-one defending. So if you take him and you take Timber, who I think is one of the best fullbacks, if not the best fullback in the league, or in the world, just given his profile, I think we can stop these guys. My concern is how will our midfield fare up against our midfield. Now, yes, we played them early in the season and we were a better team in terms of the midfield as well. And these guys were the same midfielders. Vitinha was there, Joao Neves was there, Fabian Ruiz was on the bench, he came off. Zeer Emery started that game, and we came out better. And we didn't even have Odegaard that time. I think we started Partey, Rice, and Trossard in the midfield, and we still ended up having the better teams, a better midfield. So hopefully they can match up there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but aren't you going to be doing the same thing?
What thing?
That you are not relying on strikers to score your goals, you're relying on wingers to score your goals.
No, but the difference between us and them is our threat, in my opinion at least, doesn't only come from our wingers, right? Our threat also comes, funny enough, also from Moreno up front, who has 10 GA in 12 games as a striker, which is I swear I can't believe that. But he has 10 GA as a striker for Arsenal. Our wingers also have a threat, and even our midfield, like players like Rice and our defenders as well when attacking corners. By the way, these guys are not that good at set pieces. So now if we get a set piece or a corner, I'm always going to think we have a chance of scoring. And I think the tallest guy they have is Pacho. Everyone else is like 6 feet or under, right? Their midfielders are tiny. Their attackers, Desiree Doué, Kvaratskhelia, and Dembele, are not going to be the best defending corners. Donnarumma, fair enough. He's a fantastic keeper.
You should win this leg about 7-0 then, according to you.
Come on, stop it. Don't be shameless. Don't be shameless.
Well, you're saying they're not good at corners. They're not tall. They can't score. Our midfield's
I never said wait. I never said they cannot score.
Man, that's it.
I never said they can. They can score. They're really good.
Sometimes she score a lot of goals. I agree with that.
You said they can't get past Timber or Lewis Kelly, man.
No, I said Timber and Skelly this season. Every time they've come up against good quality dribbling wingers, like tricky wingers, they've done a very good job. That doesn't mean they will 100% do a good job against PSG, but I think hopefully they should continue that form. Where I think we can have an advantage over them, because assuming everything else in play is equal, is set pieces. Because I don't think they'll be that threatening in set pieces the way we would be in set pieces, given that they don't have like tall defenders like Nuno Mendes, Ashraf Hakimi, Marquinhos.
Did you score a set piece?
Yes,
season?
the second one.
The free kick, yeah.
What was the score in that one? I can't even remember.
2-0. 2-0. But they didn't have Dembele and Kvaratskhelia, so the game might be a bit different.
Wait, so with all that height advantage over 2 legs, you scored 1 set piece?
Yeah, but
I mean,
to defend Ashraf, the way that PSG approach the game is a bit different, and the way Arsenal approach is different as well. Goes both hand in hand. I have to admit, like, you know what I mean? So, but you know, my thing is though, I have to say, Ashraf, I do agree with some of the things you said. But because of the things you mentioned, PSG might just try to shoot from outside the box a lot and score out of nowhere, as I mentioned earlier. I mean, if you saw, for example, when they played Aston Villa played a similar style, didn't they? But Doué out of nowhere cuts in, boom, slap it top ins.
That's the best part, Zeer. We don't allow a lot of shots. I think in the league we're either first or second.
Team, man.
No. I just wait, Wolfie. Am I lying? We don't allow a lot of shots against us.
I'm just trying to remember all these titles you've won with this perfect team, man. I really am.
Habibi, okay, again, you're doing the shameless thing, so I'm going to ignore it.
No, you're doing the shameless thing, man.
But to be clear, I'm not saying they cannot score long-range shots. I'm not saying they cannot score from set pieces. I'm not saying Timber and Skelly cannot get ruined. All I'm saying is we have proven to be quite good in these factors. So for PSG to beat us, at least at the Emirates, I'm talking about the Emirates mainly here, they'll have to have an incredible game, or we'll have to have an absolutely shitty night. I'm hoping neither. I'm hoping we won't have a shitty night. So if that doesn't happen, I think
what's Arsenal's weakness right now?
I think our weakness is on the left wing. we don't have a consistent performer. Yes, Martinelli has done well last 3-4 games, but it's never consistent. So we cannot bet on which kind of Martinelli we're going to get. I think a weakness has been that Odegaard the last 5-6 games, actually this whole season, but especially the last 4-5 games when the rest of the team has played well, hasn't been at that kind of level. And we do rely on him to not only keep possession, but also, do the press, create chances, link up with Saka. I think another weakness that people are obviously saying he's been amazing last couple of games, and he has been, to give him credit. Kivior, in my opinion, I think he's just going through a purple patch. How long will this purple patch last for? I don't know. Because I've seen Kivior for long enough to say this is not who he has been over the last 2 seasons. So for anyone thinking this Kivior for the last 3 games is going to be the same Kivior for the next 1 year, I really doubt it, bro. I really doubt it. And I hope he doesn't get exposed against PSG.
So I agree. You think the way you lose this game or the way PSG win it is to attack Kivior's side, attack maybe Martinelli's side, start the attack from their right, bring it into the middle, go through Odegaard,
honestly,
Kivior, and then go.
If they start Gonzalo Ramos, I think that's better for them than starting all these 3 guys up top, because I do think if there's a striker keeping our centre backs fixed in their position, Saliba doesn't have to go out sometimes to help out Timber.
I'm sorry, I disagree.
Because I just feel Dembele. I know he had a good game against
you and I both know. First of all, big up to you guys for running the show. Big up to Fonzie, who says, who taught their forest grandpa how to use a comp? Yeah, listen, I don't even know who taught the grandpa how to use StreamYard, StreamYard, by the way. Big up to the Arabs who gave us algorithms 1,400 years ago, which is the reason why we have laptops that Wolfie could come here and mock Arabs.
Exactly.
Anyway,
numbers 1 to 9, all created by Arabs.
Big up to everyone locked in, guys.
Zero was by Indians.
Big up to Arabs for having all the resources available to provide for the West. But okay, we move.
Hold that. Anyway, back to the topic. Everything in the UK is Qatar owned. Back to the topic, chat. Let me just talk about. You get me. Anyway, as I was saying,
the rest of the world is UK owned, man.
Big up to you guys, man. So chat. Here's the thing. I don't think there is any world in which Gonzalo Ramos starts against Arsenal. I think
he won't. Yeah.
I think that is a conversation that's mad. I think it's just gonna be the 3. It's just gonna be the 3 typical forwards. This is the truth. It's gonna be who? Desire Doué, Dembele, Barcola. Done. Khalas. That's it. Like
Dembele is a fraud.
Wait. Who did you say? Barcola, Dembele, and
or Doué, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia.
And Kvaratskhelia,
yeah. We will have is who's starting left wing. Other than that, the rest is all going to be like obvious.
But Kvaratskhelia will start on the left, Hassam. But Kvara will start on the left.
Kvara will start on the left.
But Hassam, if they do that, how's that different from what Madrid did? Because Madrid started a similar kind of profile of attackers, who, by the way, are as talented, if not more talented.
They all work for the team.
Because the midfield is better.
I don't see Kvaratskhelia and Dembele tracking back that much, man.
Yeah, but with PSG, it's a lot more team orientated. It's about the 11. There's
fair. By the way, this is true, TK. When Barcola, when he played against us at the start of the season, he was incredible. Those first 10 games, I don't know if you guys remember, he had like amazing numbers across like the top 5 leagues in Europe. He was roasting players. He came up against Timber and he could barely do anything the whole game.
He only got that. How you lose a game for the rest of time with the way you.
No, I think the reality is, as I said, they are a very, very good team, and I think on the counter they're fantastic. I think skill-wise they are fantastic. They can create something out of nothing. They probably could do what Madrid failed to do over 2 legs, and that is have their individual stars create some magic.
Ashraf, how many of their players get in your team?
Combined 11 injuries or without injuries?
No,
like full team.
Full team.
No injuries. I would take our.
Not easy.
I would take 3 of our back line. I'll take Nuno Mendes left back, even though I like Skelly. I'd take Rice, Partey, and Vitinha. And I would take Dembele, Saka, and I don't know who will play up striker, but I'll take Dembele, Saka, and Kvaratskhelia. I don't know who will play up front. Maybe Dembele plays up front.
You're not going to take Havertz?
No. I wouldn't take Havertz. Bro, I'll take Moreno over Havertz right now.
Jesus is full fit, full availability.
Sorry?
Jesus?
Yeah, but Jesus this season and last season hasn't been the Jesus of. If you tell me Jesus of 2 seasons ago, 100% he starts easily, but that's not the Jesus we're getting, right?
Wait, so
I think after
how
this knee
many
surgery,
how
it's
many
over.
PSGs did you take there? How many did you take?
I took Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. That's 4. I took 4.
4.
Yeah.
My God,
Wait,
man.
wait. What about Donnarumma for Ryan?
I think Donnarumma is much better when it comes to penalties, but I think in the 90 minutes or even 120 minutes, I think Raya is better because I think Raya is better with his feet, which is very important for the way we build up or the way most attacking teams build up, including PSG. And I feel like, and I could check the stats to see this because I've seen Donnarumma do some crazy errors. I think Raya in 90 minutes or 120 minutes does less blunders than Donnarumma. But if you tell me penalties, 100% I'm taking Donnarumma. But that's not the case. I have to take it as per the match. But given the injuries, Gabriel is out, so Marquinhos gets in. And
We said no injuries. We said no injuries.
Yeah. But I mean, Gabriel is not there, right? So that is a big factor.
Yeah.
Why is that shocking? Why is that shocking, Wolfie?
Your team. I'm just shocked you got 4 in, man. The way you
Wolfie, maybe don't be shameless.
Talking about how you guys will lock up. I mean,
maybe
you said
don't be
Skelly
shameless.
locks up the left-hand side. You didn't even put him in your combined 11, man.
Yeah, like, because I read this guy.
The key on that lock must be a little broken.
I read Nuno Mendes.
Mendes like messed up against Villa. He was so out of position. I know he scored, but
yeah, but he locked up Salah in 2 games, right? And Salah is one of the best, if not the best in the world in that position.
Freaking Alex Moreno locked up Salah, man. It's like
stop, bro. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, and he's crap. Like there's people who can lock people up on any given Sunday. I don't know, man.
Big up chat.
I think
Hakimi should be in this team, by the way.
Guys,
great shout.
Guys, as half Moroccan, I love Hakimi, my national team right back. But I think Hakimi is one of the best right backs in the world. I think for me, it's Hakimi and Timber as the top 2. The reason I'd pick Timber, as much as I love Hakimi, I think Timber has less flaws defensively than Hakimi. Timber is so good defensively that he can play center. Actually, his position is center back originally when he started. Right? But he's playing as a right back now. Both of them have fantastic pace. Obviously, Hakimi is blinding quick, but so is Timber. Both of them are good going forward. I'd probably say Hakimi is better going forward, but defensively, one-on-ones, I think Timber is better.
Yeah,
I would take Timber.
I do agree with you. He does sometimes have flaws because I watch Morocco as well because my mom's Moroccan. I watch Morocco sometimes. He has flaws.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes he does.
He does.
So if you don't win this Champions League after what you've just told us on your team,
great question.
Yeah, is it time for Arteta to go?
Very, very good question. So this is the argument we've been having on different shows the last 2 weeks. So I've said before. Actually, let me take a step back.
Failure? Would you agree it's failure?
What is failure?
Not winning the Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, we're not winning a trophy is failure, but it's still progression. And this is how I look at it. This is why I said at the start, for me, I always judge a manager by progression from the previous season. Of course, there's exceptions. Like if Pep becomes available tomorrow or Klopp becomes available tomorrow and they say they want to join Arsenal, that's a whole different thing. Then scrap the progression, give me Pep, right? But assuming these managers are not available, and they aren't, let's be honest, I always look at how the team is progressing. Now, I said a month ago, when I, like many fans, said that I don't think we'll get past Madrid. I said that if he doesn't get past Madrid, which he probably won't, he should be sacked in the summer. Because then we would have regressed in the league and just stagnated in the Champions League, right? If he makes it, now he's made it to the semi-finals. Even if he gets knocked out to PSG in the semi-finals, I would still want him sacked. Because yes, that's progression in the Champions League, but I think the regression in the league is bigger than the progression in the Champions League. If he makes it to the finals of the Champions League, I would argue the progression in the Champions League is bigger than the regression in the league. In which case, given that we've got Berta, who everyone says is a fantastic sporting director, I don't know if he's going to be all that. I would say let's go one more season. Because overall, I would still say there was progression this year.
Where did you get to last season? I honestly can't remember in the Champions League. Was it
quarterfinals? Yeah, we lost to Bayern.
I just think your fall off in the Premier League has been so big.
It has been.
Big.
Yeah.
Because it's not just that, it's because of Man City's fall off has made yours look even bigger because Liverpool stepped up, because you were meant to be the team that stepped up. If once Man City and the unplayable Pep fell away, it was going to always be us. I think that's more of a judgment on Arteta in this Champions League.
No, but I don't think Man City's fall has to do anything with us. Like, regardless of whether Man City fell or not, even if Man City were the Man City of last season, I still think we fell really bad, regardless of what happened to Man City. Because in the end, Man City's results don't matter. The only results that do matter is what we do against Man City home and away, which, by the way, is the exact same thing that happened last season. We beat them at the Emirates and we drew at the Etihad. Last season, same thing. We beat them at the Emirates, we drew at the Etihad. The other games, in my opinion, like the Fulham, like the Everton, like the Brighton, like the Newcastle, I think those games, we dropped the ball in, and that was mainly because of Arteta and our playing style and lack of bravery in approaching some of those games. So I think the regression in the league, regardless of what Man City did, was bad. And this is why I said, even if we progress in the Champions League, which in my opinion is a bigger competition and a harder competition to win, reaching the semi-finals, which is progression, I still don't think covers up the regression in the league. Reaching the final, however, and knocking out Madrid and PSG on the bounce, I don't know. I'd probably say that slightly eclipses regression. Unless we get slapped up in the final. Unless we get slapped up in the final.
Look,
if you win the Champions League final, then you can stay. But other than that,
why does getting to the Champions League final make it okay to stay? I don't get this mentality.
Okay, no, that's different.
Logic because of progression.
That's different. I'm saying winning it. Now, if he wins, then you have a reason.
No, wins is no question. Anyone who's
fine. I'm saying if he gets to the final and loses, right? There's no way on earth he gets sacked. Are we in agreement on that? Just because he got to the final.
Yeah, maybe if he gets knocked out to PSG, he doesn't get sacked.
Wolfie, he is not. You need to differentiate between an Arsenal fan wanting him gone and the club wanting him gone.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going through the definitions.
Whatever happens from now to the end of the season, he's not.
He's done. He's done it, and he's also done next year. By the way, he's got next year because he beat Real Madrid. I'm talking. That's from the club perspective.
He had next year even without Madrid. To be honest.
Okay, forget that for a second. That's the club perspective. From a fan perspective, I hear different from each fan. There are fans with the standards of trophy or gone. Yeah, that's final, fantastic, but trophy or gone. There are fans who are now, like the club, saying he got us past Madrid unexpected. He should stay. Let's see what he does with the striker in the summer transfer window. Injuries, or the Egal side of things, right? And then you got the fans who are like, if he gets to the final, cool, keep him, because final is progress, which I don't agree with. So, like, where are you?
No, but Wolfie, can I ask you a question? How is final not a progress from the quarterfinal? Are you saying it's not progress?
Losing is not progress to me.
No. Failure is different.
As Big Six, yeah.
Wolfie, I'm not asking you.
A big team.
I'm not asking you if it's success or failure. We agree it's failure. Leave that aside. You can progress and still fail, right? I'm asking, going from the quarterfinal to the final, even without the context of who we played, even without the context of Real Madrid, blah blah blah. Leave that aside. Going from the quarterfinal one season to the final the next season, are you telling me that's not progression?
That's progression on what you did last year in the Champions League, but I think overall it's regression with what you've done in the league.
No, that's what I disagree.
Can I give a perspective from like an outside of the Premier League? I actually think you don't win, it's really a failure. Like, for example, my case, when Pep was with us, I actually thought his time with us was a failure despite winning the league 3 times in a row.
Yeah, but it's different, Zeer, because Pep came to a club that won. Pep came to a club that won a treble. He didn't come to a club that was 8th, 5th, 2nd. He came to a club that just won the treble the year before he joined. So of course, if he doesn't win the Champions League, it's failure. And he got slapped up 5-0 by Madrid in the first year, right?
You can say that about
yes, he did. Yes, but that's not the point. But that's not the point. The point is, and I feel like in the Premier League in general, because like everyone sees that there's like top 6, and then there's teams that can fight for one another. They think like, oh, that's okay. Now, if we lose, it's okay. That shouldn't be the case.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that either.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately, but it should never have been the case. It should have been,
guys,
you win, you're successful. You lose.
I'm not.
If you want to call it progression, that's one thing. However, progression is not success. It really is not.
No, guys, we agree with that. The reason why I'm backing progression is because I want us to get to a point where we're winning and we're consistently either winning or challenging. This, like, remember the United days in the 90s, 2000s, where they're winning the league, and next season if they don't win the league, they're taking you to the freaking wire. To get to that sustainable dynasty that United had, or even that City had the last 10 years, to be fair to them, I think the only way to get there is through progression. I don't think we can do what... I'm not disrespecting Chelsea. They have been amazingly successful in the last 20 years or whatever, but I don't think we can do what Chelsea did, which is you win this year, and if next year you finish 10th, it's fine. Just sack the manager. I don't think we have the kind of... We're not the kind of club with that kind of, like, element that can do that kind of stuff, which is why I look at progression. Now, for me, if he stagnates or regresses even once, I always said I want him out, because I don't think he has credit in the bank to be allowed a regressive season or a stagnant season. When Klopp finished 5th 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? And they had a horrendous season and they finished 5th and outside the Champions League positions. Even though that was massive regression, I was telling Liverpool fans, you shouldn't want him sacked because he has credit in the bank. Yes, he regressed this season.
Yeah, Arteta doesn't.
Exactly, which is why for me, if you don't have credit in the bank, you either keep progressing year on year or get the hell out. And if he progressed this year, I would then say, okay, he's getting closer and closer. And by the way, from a Champions League perspective, what is progression on this season? On this season, if we make it to the finals, it's obviously winning it. There's nothing below that. Anything below that is stagnation or regression. So that's why I feel like...
But you can't. You're doing the thing with Champions League, Gadahena, and then we've got the league stuff here.
Right? I'm looking at it overall. Yeah.
Overall, when you look at it, it's like, what are you doing? Because you will find some biasy. Oh, Champions League. Oh, we've done okay. We got past Real Madrid. Blah blah blah. League has been disastrous. Let's be honest.
I agree, Wolfie. But that's why I'm saying you have to weigh the two. Which one has been bigger? The progression in the Champions League?
Holds more weight?
No, not which holds more weight is the Champions League, but that's not the point. Let's say both we're equal, right? Let's say both are equal level. I look at it as which one is bigger, the progression in the Champions League or the regression in the league? If the progression in the Champions League is bigger, which I think is the case, I would argue overall we progressed. We failed 100%. He should be questioned 100%. He should have no say in signings whatsoever, 100%. By the way, even if he won the Champions League, I think he should have no say in signings. But it is overall a progression, which is why I would say we go again one more season. But if he gets knocked out to PSG, all this becomes irrelevant. We would have regressed overall. He should be sacked. But again, he obviously won't.
He won't be sacked. We know that. But I think he doesn't win. He should be sacked. You don't give someone 750 million.
Sam, why are you texting? Surprise. Hello, Martin. How you doing, mate?
Evening.
Big up to you, Martin.
Evening,
Big up
bud.
for joining us. We now have City representation on the stream. Let's go. Now Wolfie can be bottom row. So, hi guys. We're talking about
Wait,
Arsenal.
am I in the non-Arab section here? I've just realized.
Yes, we disowned you. We disowned the non-Arab as the non-Arab.
Wow.
You don't belong to us.
Big up to Fonzie for the super chat. Big up to everyone locked in. Martin joined us, and we're kind of expanding on this whole Arsenal Champions League chances. And since you're here, we'll talk about City Forest in a bit as well. You get me? So talk to me about Arsenal's chances from the outside looking in. You know, you yourself beat Real Madrid. And do you think that changed your mind on the way you operate UCL perspective?
Yes and no. Yes and no, because we didn't just beat Real Madrid. We beat Bayern Munich. We beat everyone on the way to win it. And we were undefeated all the way through it as well. So I'm still waiting for my gold trophy for the Champions League. I must have missed that one. I mustn't have got that one. But no, it does change your perspective. It does. I think Arsenal got a very good chance. I don't think PSG are as easy as some have said. I think some Arsenal fans are getting carried away with the Real Madrid thing and think, because that isn't Real Madrid that has been the prime Real Madrid over the years. It was an excellent performance and they owned them and they destroyed them. But PSG will be a very, very tough fixture. Very, very tough fixture. They've got young, hungry players that play with pace and power. And they don't give you a minute's rest. You know that, Sam, yourself from this season alone. that are very, very. Enrique's got them playing some fantastic football. But the ball's in Arsenal's court. They can definitely win it. It's up to them. It's up to Arteta and the players, and that's the thing. But we got to remember, Real Madrid wasn't the final.
It was not the final, but the reason why I asked you as well as a City fan is, don't you think that the season where you beat Madrid, it kind of gave you that extra momentum to go on and win it? Don't you think that played a role?
A little bit, not too much. I don't think it was massive. I think we were already on that roll at that point. I think you've got to be to win a treble, because when we beat Real Madrid, we won the treble, so we were sort of already rolling in every competition at that point. And the thing is, that was the one thing we said at the time. We were playing every 3 days, and we were winning every 3 days. We were keeping players fit. A lot of our players got injured in the final, which was the weird situation of it. But it did give us a boost. It certainly did. It certainly gave us that boost. But saying that, we have won in the Bernabeu before and then got knocked out. So it is very weird. You know, I think it was the way we dismantled them at the Etihad. But I think it was also, the Bayern Munich thing gave us the push, because we gave,
when you played us, that was the push, yeah.
We actually gave Bayern Munich a slap as well at the Etihad. We gave them a bit of a slapping as well. So
I love what you're saying. First of all, death intervals. There is no need for you to do this, but thank you so much. W's in the chat for her for dropping in the 50-piece. Shukran. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you so much. Here's the thing that I want to say about Arsenal. There you are. Look at it. This is Max. Max dropped the bomba. Max, I feel like Arsenal fans are separated now. There is a bit of separation. There's 50% here. There's 50% here. There's different types of Arsenal fans. There's one who are saying now, the fact that he beat Madrid, he deserves next season. Wolfie touched on it. There's people who are saying now, if we don't beat PSG and win the Champions League, this whole thing is pointless. If we win, you want to know where, like, you want to know why I understand? Because Arsenal are one, you know, like in Arabic we have a saying, like, في شعرة بيناتهم. It's like one strand of hair between Arteta overachieving and Arteta failing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's this small between him going like, oh, won the Champions League, blah, blah, blah. And then him saying, I overachieved. I got this squad to their first ever Champions League, versus the other side, which is, okay, if we beat Real Madrid but still can't get over the line, then still it doesn't matter. What do you think of this, Zeer? Let's start with Zeer before we open the floor up. Tell me, Zeer, as an outsider watching this, do you think it has no significance? Adi, they should sack him if they don't win?
صراحة, if it was like a beginning stage, I would have said like, okay, there is something to like push on. But like the problem is he's been given too much time. The fact that he's been given too much time, I think it should be the reason to why, if he doesn't win this Champions League regardless, there's no point in this process, because I can only see them going backwards, man. I don't see them going forward, Salah. Because, I mean, unless if Berta pulls out something out of the backside in the transfer window, then I don't know where they go. Because I actually think part of the reason to why you haven't done enough Ashraf in the leagues you were talking about earlier is because of the transfer window. Let's not forget your transfer window has not been good enough, man. I mean, I remember you got to a point that you had to convert Moreno from midfielder to a striker.
But then isn't that all the more reason to keep Arteta? Because if we're saying the main reason was recruitment, and now Berta's going to take that over, doesn't that mean Arteta now gets to just work on the coaching?
No, I get that, but the problem is, do you really think like Arteta is not gonna like allow? Like, I'm sure Arteta is gonna still be the one making the final decision.
I don't think so, because everything that's been reported is that this guy is coming to take over. And again, if that's the case, I agree with you. That is absolutely horrendous. Arteta should not be getting that kind of say in transfers. He should never have got that kind of power. But if he gets it, then yeah, of course, then everything is pointless then. But I don't think he will, because I also don't think Berta would join just to be a yes person or just to be a negotiator.
I don't think he's going to be a yes man. I just don't.
No
Someone
chance.
who only want to be yes man. But besides Zeer, should they sack him? Let's just get honest answers. He gets to the Champions League final,
if he does not win, yes. If he does not win,
he loses.
Yes.
Wolfie, should they sack him if they lose the final?
100%.
And Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I disagree. I don't think they should sack him.
Wait, Martin, you think they should sack him if he gets to the final and
Yeah,
doesn't win?
100%. 100%.
Fairs. Okay, go ahead.
It's the mentality of the club. If they don't sack him, it shows a weakness for me in the mentality of the club. That
you say that, but you say that,
but backwards because of the mentality. That's my point.
But that's the thing. I wanted to address that, Zeer. I mean, people have said that to us when we first challenged a couple of years ago. I remember lots of fans, even freaking pundits, were saying this, that, oh, this is the best they'll ever do. Now that they bottled the 5 points lead, it's never going to come again. We challenged even better like the season after. Then when they, like, again, obviously we challenged last season, we're like, oh, 2 years in a row you bottled it. It must deflate you completely. You're not going to be able to do it again. And then in this example, if Arsenal make it to the Champions League, we would have defied that as well. And the reality is we don't have players who are 30, 35, 32, 33 that are getting to their peak. Most of our superstars or our stars of the team are actually young. Saliba, Gabriel is 27, but for centre-backs is a long time. Timber is young. Skelly's very young. Saka is young. Martinelli, okay, fair enough. Let's forget that, right? Because he's not a superstar. Rice still has a lot of time. A lot of the players we have that actually play for us, that are the core of our starting 11, except for Thomas Partey, who's probably leaving this summer, they're all young players who get better year on year. So I don't see how we get worse. I can see why people will say we won't get over the line. And I'm also of that belief if we don't end up having a good summer transfer window. But if we have a decent summer transfer window and we address the 2-3 positions we need to address, I don't see how we can get worse.
Last year, you were saying that. This is the thing. What you just said
there. But I was right, because we did get better in the Champions League, at least, right?
No,
so that kind of proves the point.
No,
of course.
No.
If we reach the final, would we not have gotten better?
Well, one, you haven't reached the final. But secondly, what you said there when you said, pundits were coming out saying, after 2 years, they won't be able to go again. And you were talking like they'd said something that was wrong. They were right. You haven't been able to go again.
No, they were wrong. They were wrong. But everyone said
wrong. Did you go
again?
Because
everyone said, no, stop, wait. 2 seasons ago when we challenged and we bottled the first one, the 22-23 season, they were saying, you're not going to challenge again. That was a 1-year thing.
No,
yes, you had an amazing run.
Talked about the next year, and then you said the statement you said.
Yes, I agree. And that's what I'm saying. When they said it the first time, we challenged even better the year after, which is last season. And if we make it to the final, again, this is all contingent of if we make it. If we make it to the if we get knocked out to the semifinals, it's all pointless. But if we make it to the final, then once again we would have proven that we can go a step further. But every single season, people say, yeah, this is it. Yeah, the team is going to regress.
You know you're being disingenuous. You know you're being
I swear to God, I don't think
when they were talking about going again, they're talking about the Premier League race. Okay, you know that's what the pundits were talking about. Firstly, you did not go again.
I don't, bro. I really don't think
you're talking about the Premier League only. That you went again this season in the Premier League.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
There's no way, even with your eloquency and your silver tongue, that you will be able to spin.
We didn't. We regressed in the league this season.
They were right.
Okay, but that was only this season. But they were wrong the season before.
The goal again.
As Arsenal fans, why do you think they only care about the Premier League and nothing else? If this is only the Premier League that we're playing for, 100% we regressed, sack him immediately.
The final go again means. We
go again one more season. That's what it means.
So were they saying that because we got knocked out in the quarters on the Champions League last season? Is that what they were saying? Or were they saying it about the Premier League? Were they talking about you going again in the Champions League or in the Premier League?
Who, the pundits, you mean, and the rival fans?
Yes.
They were talking about Arsenal in general, that this Arsenal team is not going to get better. Get better does not only mean in the Premier League. Get better means generally Premier League, Champions League, any competition where, for me, mainly Premier League and Champions League. I know, Wolfie, just like me, you don't look at the other two competitions, the FA Cup and League Cup, as a barometer of success, which is fair.
Correct.
And I don't use them to measure. I don't use them. I don't use them as a measure. I don't use them as a measure of determining whether the team progresses or not. If we win them, that is success in that competition. But I don't think it should be used to give a manager extra. For example,
if you think you are a quote unquote big club, big six club, whatever, The barometer has to be League and Champions League. It's that simple.
Yeah,
FA
yeah,
Cup,
yeah,
League
yeah.
Cup are bonuses.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like you should aim to win them. Don't get me wrong, especially the FA Cup. But if you don't win them and you win the Champions League and Premier League, that's what matters. So for me, I just look at if we progress again this season, that means we are getting closer. Yes, it's at snail pace, and I agree with that. And for me, I've had my criticisms of him, and I would probably say if Berta wasn't there, I'd probably even think about, even if we do progress, do we continue again? Because if he's again going to get saying in signings, he'll probably get another Havertz, right? Which is not something that we should be aiming for. But if we have someone like Berta and we have progressed this season, if we make it to the final, I would say let's go again. And to say that if we lose to the final, it is failure 100% because we didn't win it. But it's not like a disastrous thing, because the reality is if we go up against Barcelona, everyone on this panel and everyone around the world is going to say Barcelona are favorites. If we end up losing to them 2-1, people should not make it seem like, oh my God, how did you lose the final? Like, you predicted us to lose the final.
Yeah,
I would still
say why they predicted that though. You know why they predicted that though, right? Because Barcelona look more equipped than you. That's it.
Check messages.
That's all it is. The point is you are not as equipped because of your manager. This is the problem.
And speaking,
I don't think that's the case, though.
Speaking of equipped because of their manager, let's equip this and let's talk about Forest City, since both of these guys are here. There is an FA Cup semi-final. First of all, big up to Death Intervals, big up to Max, big up to you, Fonzie, big up to everyone who supports the channel. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys are liking and make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. There is a FA Cup semi-final, Mr. Wolfie, this Sunday. Forest, Manchester City. Talk to me, brother. What are your thoughts on it? Your little preview. What do you think? Tell me.
My preview is this is a bonus match for me. If we go through, we go through. If we win it, we win it. For me, it's all about the league, making sure we're in the Champions League. After that, it's a bonus for me. Do I want both? Yes. Can we win both? Yes. Will we get both? Most probably. So I'm looking forward to it. Man City did not impress me yesterday against Villa, watching them scumbag their way to a late winner, which actually helped Forest, in my opinion. So I think we beat them. I think we'll actually beat them on penalties. I think we'll just tire them out. Their midfield
you won't even get to, you won't get to extra time, mate. You're getting slapped up in 90 minutes.
Yeah. Is that what happened last time we played you? Yeah? What happened last time we played you?
What happened last time is you went. Wolfie, 2 ears, 1 mouth. Shut up. At the end of the day, mate, you need to do what your top players doing. Shh. You beat us by sticking a 10-man wall up. That's what you did. Wasn't fancy football. So come on.
If it's that simple, you
what
make it sound so simple.
What happened at the Etihad? You got slapped up.
We had injuries.
So you've had injuries all year, mate. Don't play that game.
I can try
Don't
that
play
game.
that game, mate.
But you want to? I'm just going to the most recent fixture. That's all.
It's fine.
Yeah.
City are 7 undefeated, mate. City will win on Sunday. City will finish third, and we'll win the
your last defeat to?
Your lot.
There you go. Then.
You know when you scummed it. When you scammed it.
I can't control who you've played since us.
Who did your best player want to join?
Who did my best player want to join? Which of my best players are you talking about?
Who is your best player? Morgan Gibbs-White.
He's not our best player.
So overrated.
Oh, he's not that good anymore. Now he wants the exit door.
Wait, firstly, you're mixing up facts left, right, and center. Secondly, I've never ever said this season he's our best player.
What facts am I mixing up? Go on, tell me what facts I'm mixing up.
No, you have shortlisted him. Have you not?
He was in Manchester last weekend or something. I know
that.
Manchester
last weekend house hunting. That's it. Maybe he wants to go to Man United because that's the team he supports.
Because as you know, Foden's got some.
That makes sense. Do you know who he supports?
Okay, who he supports?
He supports Man United.
Jolly good.
Okay, how do you know?
I don't know what he won without Wolfie.
House hunt for Man United. This whole house hunting thing.
I hope you have a great weekend. It's the first time you've been to the Etihad of the South in a long time. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend. You know,
when do you think we were last there?
When was the playoff final?
3 years ago.
It was.
It ain't been that long, bro. It ain't been that long.
Yeah, I think we've been 12 times or something daft in that time.
What happened when you went there last season? What happened when you went last season?
We got beat in the final. We won the semi and got beat in the final.
By who?
By United.
By a Ten Hag United, bro.
Where was you last season? 17.
Do you realize you losing to United have kept them on the map potentially for the next 10 years? Had you done your job, United would not exist anymore. You kept them on the map.
This is the first season in about 30 years you've been relevant. I'm sure everyone else will do a mid-table show for you. Next season, you can go and join all the mid-table teams and have a lot of fun because this is your Leicester season. Next year, you go back to your mediocrity.
Bro, you may say we haven't been relevant for 30 years. At least we've existed for longer than 30 years. We all know you got established in 2008, bro. What are you doing here, man?
Won the FA Cup in 1904.
When did the oil money come in?
Can't play that with me, mate.
Well, you couldn't even fill your own stadium out yesterday. What was going on in your stadium? Don't tell me another protest.
Yes, it was a protest because I was part of it.
What are you protesting now?
71 to 73 pound a ticket.
So it's gone up by £2. You're protesting £2.
No. So if you want to come in here and try and belittle people in Manchester because they can't afford the ticket prices, well, you want to do that, Road.
So it's just Manchester. You've only got your supporters in Manchester.
No, you don't understand. See,
you're the one belittling your supporters now, bro. What are you saying here?
No, I'm
you
not.
Just said, do you want to come on here and belittle the people of Manchester?
Wolfie, shut up.
Oh, now it's shut up.
Huh? We've not had a season ticket on sale in 5 years. Our ticket prices are going up year on year. We have 9 third-party sale ticket resellers. Just signed a deal with Viagogo. The City fans have had enough. We are putting our foot down, and there's also a protest coming up at the Wolves game where we're going to stay on the concourse for 6 minutes.
You think that's going to work?
Yeah, because the last one works. We got our season ticket prices froze because it ended up on Abu Dhabi TV, and they weren't happy about it.
Oh God, that must be it, man. So you can't fill out your stadium.
So you're going to talk facts, Wolfie.
Nah.
You get your facts straight.
What if I said that's not factually correct?
But Martin, don't you think prices should eventually go up? Like, isn't that normal?
Yeah, I mean, every other team has their prices.
That's how clubs are able to pay for.
That's why Liverpool are having protests about it. United are having protests about it. There is
the prices
people in the north, people in the south are very separate. The people in the south they get their wages a lot higher. People in the north don't. Our wages don't go up like that.
Again, so you're saying that your fan base is northern?
The season ticket holders generally are, yes.
Okay.
Manchester is in the north. Even I know that.
Yeah, Manchester.
He's saying it's localized to Manchester.
What are we doing?
Yeah, we're sitting here at the start of the show.
The majority of our season ticket holders are local because
where's the majority of fan base from?
At the moment, we've got worldwide fan base.
Yeah, where's the majority of it?
That's such a why does it matter?
Worldwide. I'm just saying because he's specifically talking localized stuff to Manchester when it matters. Then when you want to talk about size of club, which Sam was doing at the start of the show, is talking about the global side of it. So when it's about one issue, you want to keep it local.
Totally separate.
But I'll give you an example, Wolfie. Liverpool fans protested ticket prices
30 seconds. Give me an example.
Sunderland, I'll never forget. We protested the ticket prices. There were fans who even came over from Ireland who left the stadium in the 78th minute. And then Sunderland scored twice. It ended up being 2-2. So even I would assume even some global fans might have left at some point in time or etc. just to show.
But Martin's talking like there is no global fans or outside Manchester fans that are going to the grounds.
Wolfie, the global fans are not coming up.
You gotta get your head out of, bro. Like, it doesn't. Man City doesn't just belong to Manchester. It belongs to all your fan base. Like, why are you doing the separation thing?
Why are you trying to drive it down the xenophobia, racism road?
How's that xenophobia racism?
Because you're going about the global. We've got no problem with fans around the world. Absolutely fine with that. But you got to realise is someone from America isn't getting on a plane to come and watch a game on a Tuesday night.
How do you know?
No, to be honest, can I just say
Because they're not. Because I go
to
to every single game, Wolfie, and I've done.
Well, you speak to every single fan that's there, yeah?
All right, then. Wolfie, you listen, you're chatting a lot of waffle there, mate. You really are.
Bro.
You are.
You're
And
chatting
you know
waffle.
So Man City don't have fans flying in from the Middle East.
You win the FA Cup. That
You're not
Forest will
during
play.
midweek, no. Not during
Okay.
midweek, no.
Okay.
You know that if you win the FA Cup as well, you're gonna parade it. So this whole acting like, oh, you just should win the Premier League or Champions League is total horse shit, and you know this.
Okay, but
Wolfie, I love our fans from around the world. The reason we're building the hotel. What we're all saying is, why should someone around the world have to pay £300 to come and watch City? Two sides to this.
Yeah, it's a protest.
So
for
we're fighting for
By the way,
everyone.
I hear,
you didn't mention that till now.
Martin,
You were talking
I hear
about
that.
71 to 73.
Because you didn't shut your gob and just carried on.
Oh, I
flapping
did.
your
I
gums
did.
for
I
20
waited
minutes.
for it. You said 71,
Giving
73.
me
That's what you were saying.
facts. And all you gave me was flim, flam. That's all you gave me for 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes, you haven't mentioned the 300 quid. You mentioned the 71, 73. But I really have to go. Forest will win 0-0 on penalties.
Forest
Yeah.
will win 0-0. That's what.
Okay.
It's the biggest game in 30 years.
No, the
And
biggest game in 30 years we had.
And Wolfie still won't
The
be there.
biggest game we had in 30 years was 3 years ago,
Are you going
where
to
we
Wembley,
won.
Wolfie?
Where we won. I'm going to the
You're going
final.
on Sunday, Wolfie.
I'm going to the
You're
final.
going.
No, I'm going to the final.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here he goes.
Ah.
All right, boys. I gotta go to football. I'll see you later.
Yeah, let's see it.
Say
He's
hello
got
to
make
Gibbs White
that
for me.
watch money. He's got to make that watch along money, chat. So he ain't going.
Yeah.
I do think Forest do have a chance, but I think City are gonna win the FA Cup. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
I think it'll be a close game. No, I think it'll probably be 2-1. 2-1, 3-1, and we'll snatch it at the end. But you know yourself, Sam, even Liverpool, because I know the City people have got together with the Liverpool groups, with United groups. I think Chelsea have done this. There's a big thing within the UK at the minute where we're all fighting for the same thing and fighting for the global fans as well, of we're not going to get ripped off anymore. We're not going to
Yes,
get
I
ripped off.
remember
You're not going to
even
charge us 70, 80, 90 quid anymore.
By
You
the way,
greedy
it's the same
bastards,
with-
enough is enough, and then everyone
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
left the stage.
By the way, it's the same with our fans in Europe. Our fans in Europe always complain about the Champions League ticket prices.
Yeah, they always do it.
Our
always do
fans,
it.
everywhere they go, they'll just complain.
This is a football fight for everyone. This isn't just a City fight. This is a fight for every single team.
Mm.
And that's what trouble is. Tribalism always comes into it. Everyone goes down the tribal road. And we've had it all today. Oh, look, empty seats. Yeah, it was done on purpose. Because for a
You know
family
what?
of 3 or 4 to go last night was about 240 odd quid for a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children.
That is
Yeah,
a
but
lot
before
of
we
money.
move on,
It's
Syria,
extortionate.
That
yeah.
is extortion.
before we move on, Syria, Sam, just a gig.
Yeah.
I
Come on.
want to say, you know, who actually handles ticket pricing the best, and I'm not even trying to be biased. I actually think over here we handle it the best because over here they make the prices cheaper so everyone can come in.
Yeah, that's the thing that they're trying to do now. Anyway,
They will love. Yeah, I think in the UK and in Europe.
I
they're gonna
asked how much
try this-
for the Palace game at Anfield, the one where we're gonna lift the Premier League. I heard prices up to £3,000.
Yeah,
Like,
Sater. Yeah, Sater.
you get me here, like, bro, you could buy a fucking car with that. Big up, everyone. I'm noticing Chelsea fans getting a bit too brave now with the transfer window approaching. Just remember, we're about to win a trophy. You're playing top 4. Chelsea fans are the biggest. Like this season, they have. You know, one thing I back Arsenal fans in. They don't hide. Like these frauds right here, Ashraf, Saad, TK, everyone. Even when they're shit, they appear. You see these Chelsea fans. 3/4 of them, even the ones that I used to see in the comment section, have disappeared. There were ones genuinely when Chelsea were second that were watching my shows show in, show out, bro. Like every fucking show, they were in this chat, bro. And they've just completely disappeared. And now the transfer window's back, they're back. Because that's where they get their dopamine. It's no longer Chelsea win trophies. Now it's Chelsea win transfer windows. Transfer window champions. 25,
And you get an
26.
early one as well. You get an early one like us. We get that 7-day extra one. the Club World Cup.
Oh yeah. That's just true. They actually are. It's such a shame that fucking the likes of like Nicholas Jackson and Sancho and shit are gonna be playing in the Club World Cup. It just minimizes the value of that competition. I think they should have just kicked Chelsea out and put us in there. Just kick Chelsea out, put us in there. Let's get some serious fucking competition. Even put fucking Arsenal in there. Fuck it.
How do you leave them so Bayern have a chance after the group stage? Leave them.
Bro,
we can play them in the round 16. Leave them.
They put the tickets up to 10K for Palace. Greed, FSGF. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I do agree with Martin. Listen, when it comes to ticket pricing, I'm completely on Martin's side. It's just the ticket thing is just fucked up, to be honest with you. And
guys, you have to remember, these are investors. What do you expect investors to do? They're acting like investors.
From a business perspective, you're correct, but from a fan perspective, it's not correct. That's the truth.
Yeah, but they don't care about that, right? They care about making money. That's why they're here.
I give you actually a financial reason. The money that's about to get flown into the Premier League now, this next like TV deal they're about to sign, genuinely makes matchday revenue almost irrelevant. Like the money we're talking about, billions and billions and billions of pounds.
Yeah, you don't need to
the money that we're gonna make. I think the TV deal. Actually, I think the new TV deal comes in next year, or could be the year after. One of them. So it's very close. This new TV deal with like Amazon and all the global broadcasting companies, bro, they're gonna make so much money that even if like a COVID situation happens, God forbid, bro, they're gonna still be making money. Like it just makes matchday revenue.
I got told this, Sam. Omar Barada said City made more money through COVID of having more advertisements across the seats than they did the fans coming in.
That's actually bad. That's actually bad. That's actually... and now imagine that with even more money. Like that's why protesting tickets 100% it makes sense. So I appreciate you, Jack. Thanks so much for the super chat. Big up to everyone who showed us support. Big up to everyone who showed us love. Final topic of the day. Speaking of Jack, my club, Liverpool Football Club, Premier League champions, number 20 is on the way, guys. Let's get to
I want you guys to catch up to United, to be honest. I want that 20 thing to go away.
Go ahead.
No, I think it's a good thing, man. I mean, they've been talking about 2020 for so long, and now it's finally going to go away. I generally don't understand why people still say that they're the biggest club in England, because for me, my criteria for judging a big club, I have 5, and I think Liverpool probably win in like 3 of them, right? So I don't understand why people have them. And now that Liverpool are going to win this league, even though I honestly wanted us to win it, obviously, and that sucks, but better Liverpool, obviously, than United or any other team. That 2020 goes away now, because now you're equal with them in leagues, you're equal with them in Champions Leagues. I'm not going to lie. I'd be shameless enough to say I hope the club doesn't give a guard of honor, just because I want the players to be hungry and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Obviously, knowing Arsenal, they'll probably give a guard of honor. And yeah, look, it's been a deserved league, 100%. Anyone who says, oh, this isn't a deserved league, or the weak league is weaker and all that crap, I think it's just BS. Hussam debunked that many times. Many people debunked that as well. Like, they're currently pacing towards getting the same number of points as City did in the last 2 seasons, right? Or last season. So I don't understand how it can be a weak league if Liverpool are still doing the job they need to do. So look, it's a well-deserved victory. I do still think if you guys don't end up having a strong summer, there will be regression next season, because I think when there's a champion that wins the way you guys have won, with the way you guys have played, with Salah playing at 120% and all that, if you don't end up bringing certain players to revitalize the team, that's what a lot of managers may do as a mistake. Like, and Ferguson was amazing at this, where they would win a league and then they would somehow still get rid of players while they're actually good and get someone else. And I think and maybe that's the mistake City did when they didn't strengthen enough that last summer after doing a 4-peat. So, but yeah, this season it's been a fantastic year. I will say shamelessly, Hussam, if we win the Champions League, this is just a question, right? It doesn't have to be a debate.
Don't ask the question I think you're going to ask. Don't say
no.
Yes. Don't do it.
Really?
Damn.
The answer is yes.
Okay, he answered without even me asking. I was going to say, if we win the Champions League, does that eclipse?
Yes.
Damn. Okay, fair.
Yeah, because
but look, you guys are deserving.
Luxurious. You won a Champions League, so come on.
Champions League. Any club winning the Champions League any club winning the Champions League overshadows the club winning the Premier League. It's as simple as that. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. 2005, us winning the Champions League overshadowed Chelsea's 15 goals conceded season. Tells you all you need to know, bro. Literally, like, so that shows me that it's winning the Champions League will always supersede everything because it's just such a major competition. Will it supersede it for us personally as Liverpool fans? No, but for the footballing world, yes, 100%. The Champions League is the biggest club competition you can win. I'll never deny this. However,
by the way, who makes more revenue? You guys or United?
I think we've made more revenue than them last 3 years.
I'm right. Yeah. You eclipsed them. Okay, fair. Because that's one of my criteria. Okay.
And even if they have made more money than us, I think it's like, what, 10 million more or something. So it's not even worth like a debate or anything. And there's someone who said something shamelessly earlier on. Here we go. Watch this. This right here. Oh, I love this comment here from Maiza. He says, "Is it That's such a fantastic question. If not every week at Old Trafford, the United fans sing 20 times Man United. Why haven't they been singing 13 times? You want to know why? Because it's not a different competition. And also, you want to know if you want to go just based off of name change? United have 0 Premier Leagues because the Premier League changed its name to Premier League in 2017. Before that, it was Barclays Premier League. English Premier League. I could go on and on. Football League, Premier League. I could go on. So let's just count it separately. You want to know? You want to know if we do apply that logic to all competitions, we're screwed.
Yeah, you haven't won 6. You can't be 6 anymore.
Yeah, imagine I applied that logic to the Carabao Cup. Imagine. Oh, you haven't won the Carabao Cup because it was called the
to Real Madrid then. Real Madrid haven't won 16.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I applied it to Champions League. No, it's Champions League. We have 3, not 6. Like what? What are we doing?
I'm saying. The first 5 years of the Champions League, it was an invitational. Imagine, yes. And there was also the time where it was.
Don't tell Wolfie. That means he's never won the Champions League.
Yeah, he won the European Cup, 0 Champions Leagues. So him and Arsenal are the same, So that's what I'm saying, guys. Let's not do the shameless thing. You guys go to Old Trafford, you think 20 times. Let's just cut the crap. Trophies matter from when football started. Okay, I'm not one of these guys who like to pick and choose. Like, oh, let's choose specifically this era. Yeah, but why? Like, by the way, 70s and 80s, there was match of the day, there was the offside rule, everything like existed back in the day. Like, it wasn't like they weren't playing a different sport, And for the Arsenal fans who are backing this concept just to kind of banter Liverpool fans, you guys know that 5 of your 13 league titles you won in the 1930s?
Wow.
Do you know that Arsenal won 5 league titles in the 1930s? Like
I think we were the second team to do a 3-peat, if I'm not wrong, something like that.
Yeah, in the 1930s. So imagine I take away that history right there.
You ever done a 4-peat though? Sorry.
No one's done a 4-peat. No one.
Yeah, it's yours cold. I'm gonna play that lame joke. I'm gonna play that lame joke.
I've done an 11-peat, guys. 11-peat.
He's done an 11-peat.
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 Guys, by the way, I thought the comments were just kidding, but the bomba has dropped. Partey is staying. I'm glad.
Where?
I think David Ornstein just tweeted.
I'll tell you what, by the way, I think obviously, have you seen a news today about Kirkaz or Sam?
No, where is it?
That's City are now involved in it. So it looks like it's going to be a straight shootout between us and you for him.
Why do City want a left back?
Because we've not had a left back for 10 years. It's about time we bought one.
Guardiola left centre back.
But you have Guardiola, who's
Guardiola's gone back
can be the left centre back. That's why I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, he's gone back.
I think
he's gone to left centre back. We've gone stronger.
I think that's a horrendous thing. I think Guardiola. If you have if you have 2 good centre backs playing with Guardiola, and let's say whoever's playing is like a good right back as well, I actually think Guardiola as a left back is so damn lethal because not only is he good defensively in one-on-ones, he's a fantastic attacking option. He can shoot with his right, shoot with his left. He reminds me of Cancelo, just like a tech level, like one level lower in terms of technical ability. If you have 2 quality centre backs, I think Guardiola is one of the best left backs in the world, in my opinion, because he's so complete going forward.
He's a much better centre back.
I don't know, man.
I actually think he's a better centre. Yeah, but by the way, I'm seeing him at the RB Leipzig. By the way, he wasn't playing left back as often.
He was like,
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, I know.
Since we've moved him, the last 7 games we moved him to left centre back, we've become a lot harder to break down. A lot harder. And he wasn't making the silly errors that he was making at left back anymore.
There you go. So but this is why you're better off. Plus, I remember when you paid 90 million for him, Martin. You paid 90 million for him to be at centre back alongside Diaz.
Yeah.
To be left back. So like they're better off getting a Kirkers. I can't lie. They're better off getting a Kirkers.
I think with Liverpool, like and the progress we have, it just depends on what we do this summer. Do we actually do what is required for once? That's the $1 million question, because the players that we have been linked with is more than enough. It's the players required, but do we actually get them over the line? That's the question. If we do get them over the line, if we do sign who's required, if we do get who we're supposed to get, if we cook in the transfer window, then we cook in the transfer window. If not, then we're going to be kicked down the thing.
I think this will be the biggest spend of all the top clubs this summer. Because City are going to spend, Arsenal should spend, all the top clubs in now should be spending.
Yeah, I think we're going to spend the most money, probably,
except United, because their owner said they don't have money. But yeah,
no, did City are talking through in the million or something?
No, he's talking about Man United.
I'm talking about Man United. Man
United said that they won't spend money.
Their owner said they don't have that kind of money.
I was thinking you're trying to get Diego Costa wrapped up already. We're still talking.
He's not good a keeper, guys. He's not that good of a keeper.
I think he's overrated. I think
that one right
he's
there,
overrated.
You're going to get a few heart attacks watching him. I'm telling you.
You will.
Have you watched Edison play? You get heart attacks with him.
He's genuinely not good. Like, he is genuinely, like, as a shot stopper, I don't know.
No, even on the ball, he's suspect, Sam Salah.
I don't rate Edison as a shot stopper. Best keeper for distribution, but shot stopping, very suspect.
Yes, but Costa is an even worse shot stopper than Ederson from 5 years ago. No exaggeration.
Yeah, I don't think he's all that. He's had good moments, and that's why people talk about him so much. Yeah, if you get Unai Simon, I think that is a better sign.
Yeah, Unai Simon is definitely better, 100%. Bilbao keeper, good with his feet, Spain #1, like he's a lot better.
And he's shot stop as well, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good shot stopper too. With us, I just think it depends what we do this summer, man, because there's so many different possibilities. One transfer is all.
But Hussam, do you think you will sign, because I know Isak is the talk of the whole fan base. Do you think you will sign Isak? Be honest, because I don't see it happening, honestly.
I have been hurt way too many transfer windows for me to trust my ownership. So until I see it happen, I will not believe it.
But I won't be shocked if you take Kane off us. Release clause, 65 million.
Yeah. So
maybe I think Kane and Salah in the same team is not going to work, in my opinion.
No, but I'm saying it is a possibility, because in January
I do agree that Kane and Salah in the same team doesn't work. I agree with that take.
Yeah. I actually think it does,
unless Kane now towards the end of his career wants to become a target man striker, then it works.
Yeah, which he won't. I don't think he's that kind of player. He wants to be involved in the play.
Yeah, but wait, doesn't Salah want to be in the position to get the goals?
No, I think Salah likes to create a lot now.
Salah is now a touchline winger since Nunes. Nunes just missed all the chances.
Oh, then maybe it won't. Then I thought Salah would still put himself in, because that's
if we signed Erling Haaland as striker, I'm not even exaggerating, Salah would have blown the Henry assist record out the water. Like, I'm talking about 27 assists, 26 assists.
How many does he have now?
He's on 18.
Oh, do you think he'll catch up? I don't know. Bro.
I think he's on 18 or 19. I'm unsure. But this last 2 games, Jota missed a header from 1 yard. Jota missed a 1-on-1 from 1 yard against Fulham. And McAllister against West Ham missed a 1-on-1 as well. And I'm just so rattled because he's literally getting let down. He's creating the fucking chances. And he's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let me just read this.
So you don't think you'll get Isak then?
Bro, I don't trust FSG. I know that we can, but do I trust them? Fuck no.
Yeah, it's fair.
Fairs.
I'm the opposite of Martin. Martin has every reason to trust his ownership. I have every reason to not trust my ownership. It's just the exact opposite. Fucking new manager came in and they gave him Federico Chiesa. Come on, man. You want to trust that? I cannot trust them. I just can't.
I still don't know why Slot doesn't use him enough, but that's a different discussion.
I still don't know what Chiesa did to Arne Slot. Did he call him a
He
bald
went and gave
bastard?
him Chiesa and sent him to the kindergarten. He got left him there. Put him in a babysitting club.
Bro, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. Like, what did he even
I'll tell
do
you,
to him?
Chiesa must be the best cone collector you've got. Because I don't know,
Yeah.
he doesn't play football.
Yeah. He's gonna be a league champion though. That's the best part. Big up to Box of Oranges, who says Arsenal fans have 3 titles when they talk to Liverpool fans and 13 when they talk to Chelsea fans.
Why are you doing that, Box of Oranges, when the guy who sent that comment is not an Arsenal fan? He was what was the jersey? I think
United
City, if
fan.
I'm not wrong. Or
United.
United, yeah. Arsenal.
United
It was not
fans,
an
worst
Arsenal fan who
fans in
said
the
it.
world.
Bro, honestly, if you take away the Alex Ferguson era from United, they're exactly like Aston Villa. I think like maybe 7 league titles and 1 Champions League. So maybe that club is just overrated because one great manager came and gave them an incredible 20 years. And now that he's gone, they're going to continue being Aston Villa for the rest of their lives.
History.
Actually, people didn't do their research, but before Alex Ferguson, Arsenal were bigger than Man United. People don't know that.
100%. Even with United's Champions League.
Yes.
But then Ferguson changed everything.
Yeah. He did.
If only they'd have kept Ron Atkinson, they'd have been all right.
Big up to you, Box of Oranges. Big up to Jack, who says, yeah, Cruyff, Pele, Puskás must have been, yeah, all these phenomenal players that played in the past, they were all shit in it. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Bro, guys, history matters for a reason. Just stop this history doesn't matter bullshit, you guys. Please. It's just, everyone need to wake up. Anyway, speaking of waking up, we're going to end the stream now. This stream is going to take you over to my Arsenal Crystal Palace watch along. Make sure you guys go and check that out. I am supporting Arsenal today. I'm making it 100% clear. Hussam, why are you supporting Arsenal? The reason why I'm supporting Arsenal is I want to win the league on Ainge's head top. I do not want to just, win the league today because Arsenal lost a game of football. I just want to see Ainge's face as soon as we win the Premier League, right in front of his face. Amankunian Way is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Zeer Talks in the description. Please go give him a subscribe as well. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us. Very late call up, but LB bottled it because he's a bottle job. Ashraf Talks Football in the description. Go give him a subscribe. And, Forest Fan TV in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Love you all and see you guys back for the watch along, inshallah. Peace out.